So, you want to no-hit Flowery and Deltarune. Oh, for God's sake. No, I could be more enthusiastic than that. So, you want to no-hit Flowery in Deltarune Chapter 5. Well, I can teach you how. Now, in terms of equipment, there really isn't any other way to finish this fight other than to gain TP and use the Pacifist Axe, as attacking Flowery will just make the fight last endlessly. So, yeah, there's nothing to go over in terms of equipment, let's just get straight into it. But I will warn you, this is really hard. Like, probably even harder than the Knight. So, let's just get on with it, shall we? Right, now let's talk strategy. Now, obviously, because this boss is difficult and no one even bothers to explain why, even though we have, Toby added a pity mechanic that kicks in if you have died 6 or more times. So, if you're going for just the no-hit, then I don't see a reason why you can't just wait for the pity mechanic to kick in and give you a lot more TP and make this fight a lot easier. Grazing in this fight's like really task level anyway. Or you can just keep on resetting. I believe there's a mod out that allows you to reset this a lot, but I don't even know at this point. I am not feeling great about this. So, of course, what you're going to have to do is figure out how to control the orange soul, and you do that by powering up and then releasing. Now, what I recommend you do is after every charge, you press the button again. This will slow you down tremendously. Otherwise, you just speed through the whole attack, and it's much better to react to it if you just slow down. Now, as I've said, you cannot attack him, and here is why. Susie and Rousey will heal Flowery, and they won't be able to fight. And if you attack with Chris, the same thing happens. So, what charging does in this fight is it slows you down. Now, of course, the first attack there, that with the lily pad, we'll get to that. So, what I recommend you do for this is use Posey whenever you can, and then use S and R action. This will cost more TP, but you will get a lot more TP back. So there is a trade-off. You can use it with all of them, but you won't get as much TP if you do this, and this is by far the greatest way to get TP in this fight, alongside tension items. So yeah, there you go, we got some more TP out of that. Now, for the Girona attack, I would wait until he turns blue before you start punching. Again, move your charge. Do your charge up before the attack begins and after you hit him every single time. That will make it a lot easier to time the attack, and there's surprisingly a lot of leniency in this fight, even though it's really, really strict. Right, so the next one is this one with the bamboo. Now, yeah, I fucking hate this fight. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go through the bamboo to avoid the thorns on the left, and that's how you gain TP. I will show an alternative strategy when we come back to this attack later on, because there are variations of it, as surprising as that is. So for this one, again, use your charge, otherwise you just go speeding through every single word. If you can, go for the green, but if you want to play it safe, I recommend going to the nearest opening and going there. Sometimes you'll get the green anyway. And then we're going to use our action just like that. And here we have the lily pad. There are 2 ways you can go about this. One, you can just go on the lily pads, and it's actually a bit more difficult to do it this way. Or you can... Don't even ask. Right, so now I'm going to use Spin Z, because that's the only option I have available. One key I will give you to help to help you with this encounter. Sorry. I don't have a script. None of these are scripted. I just say them off the top of my head. One key thing that you can listen to is the sound cues, and you have to have voice clips turned on for that. So if you turn on voice clips, Flowery will say Girona, and Orange will say Orange. Though that's a very important distinction, but later on you'll probably see why this probably isn't the best idea. And that's in this attack. This one. Don't worry if you dash at the beginning of that. It's important to pay attention to the sprite's posture. It's a little bit harder to tell on Orange because he's smaller. But obviously Flowery, you can tell when he's about to do the just kidding. I hate that attack as well. Right, so this one, you can just go along the bottom and just mash all the way through. And then when you reach the end, just follow this path here. It's quite precise. So the best way to do that is to end the fight beforehand, which I'm going to do with the tension gem going into the next one, blue and yellow. So we're going to have to do the same thing here. Otherwise, you're going to have to cope with the petals right here. So what I do is I wait for the butterflies to go past before spamming. Obviously, the thorns will try and catch up with you, and if you're low on TP, then you're going to have to grind for it. So that's why I recommend getting tension items for this, because this fight is disgusting. And we're going to do the same thing again. This will repeat until you do the act. You can still do it this way, but good luck. Justice. Use the moss. And then Ralsei will be removed from the battle. And then we go into the second to last attack. Yeah, good luck with that. And then you go to Susie's idea, which will put you into the climbing sequence. Be fast about this, because those thorns are going to catch up. You're basically playing in a little anime-style cutscene at this point where, oh my god, it's so close, and then, oh wow, you just narrowly avoided it. And considering that this whole chapter is anime-themed, I can see the resemblance. You can do this, which I recommend doing. This is so funny. And then we come to the very last part, where he uses the power of everyone to go. Yeah. Now, I highly recommend attacking as early as possible when he does the last Girona, because if you wait, then he's likely going to hit you. So if you have to jump, you press that button, and then shortly after that, just press the attack button. Now, here, you don't have to do anything. So if you just watch, you still deflect them anyway. But, yeah, that doesn't count as a hit. Now, I'm going to try and show you what this will all look like in a single run, but to be honest, guys, I am absolutely abysmal at this fight. Not because of the skill, but because of the RNG and the pre-final attack, like I've discussed earlier. So, I'm going to try, okay? But don't expect me to do a no-hit.
Jarona! Jarona! Just kidding! Jaori! Jarona! Jarona! Jaori! And one more for the fans! With your powers combined, Omega Flowery! Blast! Jarona! 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 Jarona!
And there you go. That's how to try to no-hit Flowery, at least. I don't even know what to think about this. This is one of the things that puts me off doing a Chapter 5 no-hit run, honestly. Some people claim that they can do this a lot more consistently, but I don't see it. And I just fucking hate this boss. But yeah, if you guys want to see more no-hit tutorials, I have more coming out quite soon. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, then please do hit the like button and subscribe so you're notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and see ya.